الشعب A و C و F حسب الجدول من كل أسبوع إن شاء الله كل يوم خميس. سجل الحضور attendance sheet إن شاء الله now will be available on the classroom for every class. For class A, class C, and class F, there is the attendance sheet. All you have to do is just to go to the classroom and click on yes or نعم. Okay? So in order to record your attendance, هتسجل حضورك, just go to the classroom. I think starting from now من هسه, the attendance sheets for A, C, and F will be available. So go to your class sheet and choose yes or نعم. فقط اضغط أو اختار نعم. Okay. Also I have an
دكتور
yes. You hear me students?
انت من كل كلامك اللي احنا سمعنا بس يس وعرفنا معناها وهي الوحيده اللي ترجمتها، باقي حكي كلنا ما عرفنا.
مصطفى عبد الكريم عبد الكاظم, from which class are you?
اي
من ياصف بابا.
اي
From class مصطفى, this is an English lecture, محاضرة لغة إنجليزية. I should be speaking in English, لازم أحكي إنجليزي. I will also try to explain in Arabic. الحكي اللي حكيته بالبداية بالعربي عدته حكيته بالإنجليزي. So keep listening, try to understand, حاول تفهم, تابع. Okay, we are learning English here. مو جاي نتعلم إنجليزي إحنا مصطفى؟
اي
Yes, you hear me بابا?
نعم دكتور.
Okay. Try to always, understand and also try to do some English. Okay, we are learning English here. Thank you very much. By the way, students, the material, the educational material for lecture number 1, المادة التعليمية المحاضرة رقم 1, it's available on the classroom and you can download it. It's available in PDF and video. يعني متوفرة بصيغتين, بصيغة الPDF للطباعة and the video. After the lecture, anytime you would like to review, تراجع يعني, to study, you can go to the classroom and check on the material. There is also something else, students. بعد أيضا شيء آخر. I have uploaded some books, رفعت books on the classroom. These books are useful. يعني they will help you to study English. You have to study everything in these books. يعني مو كل شيء بهذين الكتب أنت لازم تقرأ, but they are very good for you. Okay. حسين جاسم زوري, no, I haven't started the share screen yet. بعدني ما بلشت share screen. إن شاء الله once I will start the share screen, I will show you. Mustafa Jamal, you raised your hand. Yes. Yes, Mustafa Jamal. Yes. By the way, to ask in some English, why are you raising your hand? Do you have a question?
No.
Okay. Now you can turn your hand down. Okay. Toka, I think there is someone else who is raising his hand.
نعم دكتور. العفو دكتور, بس على مود المحاضرات الفيديوية إذا بيها مجال تنزل لنا إياها على اليوتيوب على مود تكون سهلة التحميل والمشاهدة, لأن على الكلاس روم الإنترنت ضعيف وما تحمل بصورة يعني سلسة, ويعني أغلبنا إنترنتنا ضعيف.
Well, Toka, the classroom is connected. By the way, why don't you try to ask in English, Toka? Can't you speak with some English words?
والله دكتور يعني صراحة توني قاعدة نوم تتخيل يعني دماغي ما يجمع إنجليزي حاليا.
It's okay, it's all right. يعني try to give it a try. يعني لازم تحاولين. It's learning English. To answer your question, well, I will try to. I don't have a channel on YouTube, so I haven't tried this before. ما مجرب هذا سابقا on YouTube, but as I know, the classroom is connected to YouTube because YouTube is a Google application. and Classroom is a Google application. So once you go and open the video on the Classroom, it will open in YouTube. They are connected. اثنيناتهم مرتبطين.
دكتور
Okay?
بس
The Classroom
المشكلة شنو إنه باليوتيوب مثلا نقدر نتحكم بالدقة مال الفيديو، حتى مثلا ممكن نشوفها بدقة أقل على مود يعني سهولة التحميل، بس بالكلاس روم ما نقدر هذا الشيء. يعني هاي الفكرة هنا.
What? Can you repeat please?
يعني إذا الفيديو نزل على اليوتيوب نقدر نتحكم بالدقة مال المشاهدة، يعني إذا مثلا دقة قليلة يعني تتحمل بصورة يعني أحسن من يعني أسرع مما دقة عالية. بالكلاس روم ما نقدر نتحكم بالدقة مال الفيديو.
Can you say that in English? Can you repeat that in English please?
Maybe in the next lectures.
Maybe the next lectures. Okay, inshallah, the next lectures also I will try to upload some videos for you on YouTube. Thank you, Toka. From which class are you, Toka?
Class A.
Class A. Okay. Thank you, Toka. Okay, I will start the sharing the screen. By the way, again, the attendance sheets are now available on the Classroom. Attendance sheets متوفرة على Classroom. Also, I have an application which automatically records your attendance on the meet. عندي أنا أيضا application يسجل حضوركم automatically. So you will have to be always on the meet. So I make sure that everyone is here. So I will start sharing the screen. Okay, students, do you see it? Screen, is it on? The share screen, is it on now? Can you please confirm? تأكدوا لي share screen. Can you see it, students?
نعم دكتور موجود.
Yes. Okay, good. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, so this is the first lecture. The title is Tenses and Verbs. Just to make things simple for you, حتى أبسط لكم الأمر. In this course, we will try to study English in a way that helps you in your studies. You are doing civil engineering, you are third stage, mashallah, مرحلة ثالثة. Inshallah, in 1 year, you will graduate and be engineers, civil engineers. So I will try to help you with some English in this course. I will try to help you with things you need for writing, for reading, even for speaking. يعني, and speaking is very important. فنحاول نساعدكم من خلال أشياء الكتابة، القراءة، التحدث مهم جدا. What is really important about speaking, students, that I would like you to try to speak in English, okay? يعني when you ask me, when you talk at the lecture, even if you have an idea to speak with, try to speak in English. The material in this course will be of things you need. يعني الأشياء اللي راح تكون موجودة بالكورس هي راح تكون تحتاجها أنت. Like some grammar, vocabulary, مفردات, vocabulary for civil engineering, for general English. يعني المفردات vocabulary, the word vocabulary يعني words كلمات راح تكون لي جانبين للcivil engineering والgeneral English يعني الإنجليزية بشكل عام. What I would like you to try to do, try as we are studying in this course, try to be familiar with English. يعني تحاول إنه شوية تنسجم مع اللغة. Okay? It is not difficult, and at the same time it's not easy. So you will have to work on your language, so you get some English during this course. All right. If you, of course, have any ideas to help you to study English or something, you can share it with us. أيضا تقدر تشاركنا بعض المعلومات اللي تخص تعلم اللغة. So let's get started. نبلش. Today's lecture is about tenses and verbs. You read the title, tenses and verbs. Tenses يعني الزمن أو الأزمان. Verbs تعني الأكشنز، الأفعال أو الأحداث. Students, as you know, in English and also in Arabic or in any language, there are 3 different tenses. كل لغة أكو 3 أزمان مختلفة. The main tense الزمن الرئيسي is the current time، الوقت الحالي، which is the present. The tense before the present is the past، الماضي. And the tense after is the future. So we have a present, past, and the future. In each tense, there are actions. كل زمن أكو أحداث. In this current time, we have actions. In the future, there will be actions. راح يكون هناك أحداث بالمستقبل. In the past, there were actions. كان هناك أحداث. So in each tense, you have to use some verbs in some forms بأشكال معينة to speak in that tense. حتى تقدر تحكي بالتنس هذا اللي تتقصده، سواء كان present, past, or future. So I will give you some examples. بعض الأمثلة هنا. In the current time، هذا الوقت الحالي، the present time, there is the present simple. أكو شيء اسمه present simple، مضارع بسيط. The present simple is for the routine actions، للأحداث الروتينية. يعني for example، على سبيل المثال، you take lectures on Meet, Google Meet, or on the classroom every week. أنت تأخذ محاضرات كل أسبوع بشكل متكرر على الميت والكلاسروم. Okay? So this is a routine. هذا شيء متكرر. So you use the present simple. إذا أنت للشيء المتكرر تستخدم the present simple. Also for facts، الحقائق، ثوابت. يعني for example, the sky is blue. Okay, the sky is high. Water boils at 100 centigrades. المي يغلي بدرجة 100 مئوية. So this is a fact. So the present simple is for facts and routine actions. هسه هذا شنو هذا؟ This is tense and form. هذا الزمن present والform مالته simple، مضارع بسيط. This is just an example. Another example in the same tense، نفس الزمن اللي هو current time present. Something happening now. يعني for example هسه الآن you are listening to me. جاي تستمعوا لي. I am talking to you. I am explaining things. أنا دا أشرح أشياء. You are listening to me and you are learning. You are thinking. أنت جاي تفكر هسه. So this is something happening now. Continuous, مستمر. What do we call this action? If someone tells me, what do we call this action of these examples? Yes. And يقول لي something happening now, like I am talking and you are listening. Yes. Which form is this? What do we call this form? شو نسمي هذا الحالة من الزمن? Students. Yeah. Yeah, it is the present. Yeah. So what's your name, by the way? What's your name? Yes, the one who said the present. Yeah, what's your name? Barzan. Okay. From which class are you, Barzan? You are from class C? Good. Yes, Barzan. So it is a present, but is it present simple? Like now I am talking and you are listening, you are talking, I am listening now. Is this present simple or something else? هل هي present simple or لو صيغة أخرى؟ Yes, Barzan.
Present simple.
Present? No, it is not present simple. It is something else. The present simple doesn't take ing. The present simple ما تاخذ ing. Okay? So let's hear someone else. خلينا نسمع واحد آخر. Yes.
Yes, doctor.
Yes, what's your name?
My name
Yes,
is
what's
Hassan.
your name?
Hassan,
Yes.
Hassan Isam.
The one who
My name
said
is
doctor?
Hassan Isam. Doctor, you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. Yes, I hear you. What's your name?
Hassan Isam.
Hassan Isam. Hassan, from which class are you?
A.
You are from class A. Okay, Hassan. Hassan, I asked Barzan a question about these sentences.
Yes.
Like I am talking
I
now.
hear it. It's,
Good.
It's present
So which-
continuous.
Exactly. Yes, thank you very much, Hassan. It is the present continuous. So what's the difference, Hassan, between the present continuous and the present simple? Do you know the difference? Any difference?
Now you tell us about
It is not.
present, yes, you explain to us what is the present simple. Present simple is to explain fact and something else, but continuous it means something now happened. And
Exactly. Yes.
and it's continued, يعني not stop.
Yes, it is continuous, exactly. And it is continuous and happening at the current time في الوقت الحالي. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you very much, Hassan. Thanks for your explanation. شكرا للتوضيح. So yes, thank you. So as Hassan has explained, this is present continuous. It is different to the present simple because it has ing and it is continuous in the current time. So this is a form of the present tense. هذا شكل من أشكال the present tense. Present simple is a form. Present continuous is a form. Also, we have other kinds of forms. We have present perfect, المضارع التام. It's in the present time, but it is present perfect. It is has and have. يعني for example, I have uploaded the lecture for you on a classroom. أنا رفعت أو قمت برفع المادة العلمية على classroom. Well, the present perfect, it is a little bit confusing. شوية يشعرك بالارتباك in the present perfect. Why? Because it is similar to the يعني almost similar to the past simple. شوية يشبه ال past simple. Why it is similar? Because the present perfect started in the past, بلش بالماضي, but its effects and results affect the present. بس التأثير مالته صاير على المضارع. يعني for example, if you take this sentence, I have uploaded the lecture, the first lecture for you on the classroom. This means I uploaded the material in the past. يعني maybe I uploaded this 3 or 4 days ago, maybe a week ago, maybe a year ago. ممكن أني حملتها مسبقا. But the effect is on the present. يعني شنو الإفكت؟ Now you know, أنت تعرف هسه that the material is available on the classroom. Why? Because I have already told you. أنا قلت لك خبرتك. I've already said that. أنا قلت هذا. Students, the material is now available on the classroom. I have uploaded the material on the classroom. But what's the difference between the present perfect and the past simple? This is a very important question to ask. هذا كلش مهم السؤال اللي هو الديفرنس الاختلاف بين ال present perfect المضارع التام and the past simple. By the way, this will be explained in the lecture, but I will explain to you يعني like as a star in the sheet. راح تشوف هذا بالشيت. The past tense, something happened and finished in past. الماضي البسيط حصل وانتهى. يعني for example last Tuesday الثلاثاء الماضي last Tuesday I took a lecture with the class B. Last Tuesday I took a lecture with the class B. أنا أخذت محاضرة الثلاثاء الماضي ويا شعبة B. Okay. This is an action happened and finished in the past. So I said the past is last Tuesday. قلت الوقت اللي هو الثلاثاء الماضي. So in this sentence I have mentioned the time. أنا ذكرت بهاي الجملة الماضي ذكرت بها الوقت مالتها. But if I repeat this sentence in the present perfect, what I would say, راح أقول I have taken a lecture with the class B. I have taken a lecture with the class B. You hear me, students? You see the difference? The difference in the second sentence, there is no time mentioned. ماكو وقت انذكر. قلت I have taken a lecture with the class B. There is no time. ما حددت وقت أنا بس قلت I have taken a lecture with the class B. You see? This is the difference. With the present perfect, there is no time mentioned. ماكو وقت ينذكر. بس أقول I have taken a lecture with the class B. وبالتالي المحاضرة انأخذت ويا class B. But there is no time. In the past tense, no, you mention the time. You say, last Tuesday, I took a lecture with the class. And by the way, there is also a difference in the grammar. The difference in the grammar, with the present perfect, we have has and have, and the PP form, التصريف الثالث مال الفعل. And in the past, we use the past tense. And don't worry, يعني لا تهتمون إن شاء الله I will try to provide you with the forms of verbs. راح أحاول أزودكم بأشكال الأفعال. يعني الفعل بالمضارع، الفعل بالماضي، الفعل بالتصريف الثالث. Okay? By the way, I will try to write these two sentences for you. The first sentence I wrote in past. I took a lecture with class B last Tuesday. This is past simple. You see? While I have taken a lecture with class B. This is a present perfect. You see, students, the difference? In the past simple, there is time. This is the time, last Tuesday. ثلاثاء الماضي. Or any time in past, يعني maybe last week, 2 weeks ago, or even you mention the date, يعني for example, the 1st of May. 1/5 مثلا, for example. This is past tense. And this is present perfect. I have taken a lecture with the class B. You see the difference between the past simple and present perfect? Here we have perfect. Okay. This is just like a start. Yeah, of course. You have a question?
Difference past simple and perfect.
You would like to repeat the difference? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. What's your name?
Wajdan.
Wajdan. From which class are you, Wajdan?
A.
You are from class A. Okay, Wajdan. The first sentence وجدان, and for all of your classmates also, if you are listening to me, this is past simple. There is time mentioned. اكو وقت مذكور in the past. Last Tuesday, or last week, or a week ago, or 2 weeks ago, or any date in past. يعني for example, the 1st of April, or the 2nd of April. الواحد أربعة أو 2 أربعة. This is past simple. Why? Because we have time in past. عندنا زمن مذكور بالماضي. While in the present perfect, there is no time. Sorry, if you look at the sentence, there is no time. I have taken a lecture with the class B. I haven't mentioned the time. ما ذكرت الوقت لأنه I don't need to mention the time. ما أحتاج أذكر الوقت. Why? Because the present perfect started in past, but the effect is on the present. هو صح بلش بالماضي بس تأثيره وين؟ بالpresent. Why? Because now at the present time I am telling you that I have taken a lecture with class B. هسه أنتم تعرفون أني ماخذ محاضرة ويا class B. But when? No problem. ما يحتاج أذكر لكم الوقت. المهم أنتم تعرفون إنه class B أخذتهم أنا محاضرة. Okay? Is it clear, students? This is just يعني by the way a start, and this will be mentioned again in the sheet. هم راح أذكر هذا بالشيت اللي راح أبلش أقرأه هسه. So let's start reading. خلينا نبلش نقرأ points, هاي النقاط about tenses, عن الأزمان. Default is the present time. The word default تعني الأساس. يعني ال primary action أو ال primary tense الزمن الأساسي is the present time. يعني من تريد تحكي إمتى تحكي بالpresent. هذا هو الأساس. Even when you write reports or you write something in English, try to use present more. حاول تستخدم ال present أكثر. Why? Because it's the current time. يعني you use the present simple. You use the present continuous. You use the present perfect. Okay? But I'm not saying that you don't need the past or the future. لا أنت تحتاج ال past وال future. But يعني you use the present tense more. شوية المضارع نستخدمه أكثر in English. يعني for example, now as you are in the lecture, most of the actions that I use or you use are in present. أكثر الأفعال والأحداث اللي أنا أقوم بها هسه وأنت جاي تسويها are in present time. Another point, past or present perfect الماضي والمضارع التام, but not both, بس مو سوية. When you describe previous research, literature review, تستخدمهن من تحكي عن دراسات سابقة. We call it literature review. Inshallah, you will know this the next year in the 4th stage when you do your research project. تسوون مشروع التخرج مالتكم. You will write a literature review. راح تسوي فصل اسمه literature review, دراسات أكاديمية سابقة. You will talk about what people did before you. topic. يعني الموضوع اللي راح تحكي عنه راح تذكر شنو اللي سووه اللي سبقوك. يعني for example, you want to make a research project about the effect of coronavirus on work in civil engineering. تأثير جائحة كورونا على العمل بالهندسة المدنية. So you will go and write some literature review about people wrote about this topic. كتبوا عن هذا الموضوع. So when you write about this topic, which tense you use? Of course you use the past tense. أكيد تستخدم الماضي. تقول a group in the US wrote about this, did this, made a project about this, or made a research about this, made a study. سووا دراسة عن هذا شنو هذا past tense. Or you can use the present perfect. تقدر هم تستخدم المضارع التام تقول I have made a research from past studies. أنا سويت دراسة مبنية على دراسات سابقة. Okay? So again, when you write about previous research, write in past or in a present perfect. هاي الملاحظة كلش أساسية. Keep it in mind. خليها ببالك. The next point, in scientific writing, the default is a present. هاي ذكرتها أنا سابقا قلت إنه الأساس هو المضارع. With the present you can combine perfect تقدر تدمج ال perfect and the future. يعني تقدر تربط ما بين ال perfect وال future if needed. Okay, but not other tenses. دائما خلي ببالك هاي الملاحظة. ال perfect تقدر تدمجه مع ال future. ال present but not with all of the other tenses. يعني for example, you cannot link the present continuous اللي هو يحصل الآن with the past simple. No, ما تقدر تربط بين المضارع المستمر والماضي البسيط. No, it is يعني wrong. But you can link between the present perfect and the past simple. تقدر تربط بيناتهم. For example, يعني مثلا for example, before I started this, I have already made the experiment. قبل ما أنا بلشت أنا already خلصت التجربة. Or you can link the present simple with the future. For example, after I finish this lecture, I will write your attendance. راح أروح أسجل حضوركم بعد ما أخذ هاي المحاضرة. You see, after I finish this lecture, بعد ما أخلص المحاضرة, I will سوف شوف استخدمت المستقبل. I will write your attendance. راح أسجل حضوركم. Another point, use past tense الماضي only express that something belongs to the past and already finished. هاي طبعا ملاحظة ثانية جاي يعيدها حتى يثبت عندكم هاي المعلومة. The past tense is for something happened and finished in past. يعني بلش وانتهى بالماضي. هذا هو ال past tense. Okay? You see how important is this idea? Something happened and finished in past. For example, if you read this sentence, we compared, you see this sentence? We compared the results with the data. We compared the data sheet. You know the data sheet? And when you do experiments at the lab, نسوي فحص بالمختبر, there's always a data sheet that you compare the results with. يعني أنت you do the experiment, you get the results, you compare the results with the data. يعني you go to the engineer or to the teacher, the lecturer at the lab, and you ask them for the data sheet. تسأله عن الداتا sheet حتى تقارن, you compare the results with the data sheet. Now I have a question here in this sentence. This is a past simple. This is a past simple. What is wrong with this sentence? There's something maybe considered wrong. يعني ممكن يعتبر خاطئ بهاي الجملة. Or maybe something missed. فشي ناقص بهاي الجملة. Who can tell me what is missed in this sentence? شنو الفتشي المفقود بهاي الجملة? Yes, students. Who can tell me? Who can say what is missed in this sentence? Yes. Who says what is missed?
Excuse me, we have compared the results with the data.
Ah, okay. What's your name first?
My name is Noor. Sorry.
Noor what? Sorry, what's your father's name?
Abbas.
Noor Abbas. From which class, Noor Abbas?
A.
From class A. Okay, Noor. Noor, we have compared the results with the data is a different sentence. We have compared the results with the data is a different sentence, is a different form that is a present perfect. This is a past simple and it's correct, but it misses something. مفتقدة فد شيء. Do you know what it misses? Do you know what this sentence misses? اللي تفقد هذا yeah, do you know what is missing? By the way, keep in mind, خلي ببالك, it's a past simple. And we need something with a past simple. Do you remember what I mentioned?
Yesterday? Word that shows
Exactly.
the tense.
Exactly. You need the time in past.
Yes, the time.
So we
Yes.
compare the results with the data, for example, yesterday, or last
Yes.
week, or last experiment, التجربة السابقة. Yes, we need
Yes.
that. We need the past time, the time in past. Thank you very much, Noor. Thanks for your idea. Good. Let's continue with the points. Past perfect had been, هذا ال past perfect, الماضي التام, مو ال present perfect. Be careful. Past perfect is seldom needed. Seldom يعني rarely, يعني نادرا, قليلا جدا used أو needed, نحتاجه. It is used when you describe something in past, okay, and you refer to something which has happened before. يعني انت راح تشير الفتشي بالماضي بس بنفس الوقت تشير الفتشي هم ماضي بس حصل قبله. You see? يعني with the past perfect you link between two past actions. بالpast perfect تربط بين فتشي أو بين حدثين اثنين هم ماضي. Okay? يعني to make it easier for you حتى سهلها, there is a big link between past perfect and past simple. فد link كلش قوي بين الماضي البسيط والماضي التام. Past simple and past perfect. And I will write this down. حكتب هذا هنا بعبارة. The past perfect happened and finished before the past simple. You see, student? You see this sentence? Okay? The past perfect happened and finished before the past simple. إذا قبل الماضي البسيط أكو حدث حصل قبله هم ماضي. What we call it past perfect. So always when you talk in past, remember maybe the action in past that you mentioned, there is an action happened before. يعني أنت وتحكي بالماضي ممكن أكو حدث حصل قبل هذا الحدث اللي أنت جاي تذكره بالماضي. Okay? يعني for example, this sentence we compared the results with the data yesterday. ممكن أكو فد شيء حصل قبله. هم yesterday وهم صار البارحة. Or maybe the day before. Or maybe the week before. Or maybe the year before. هم هو حصل قبله. Which action we use? We use the past perfect. Okay? Let's read this sentence so you understand what I mean. حتى تفهم اللي أقصده خلينا نقرأ الجملة. We compare the results with the data that had been collected in laboratory test. شوف الجملة هنا فيها شكلين من الماضي. We compare the results, this is past simple, that had been collected, this is past perfect. By the way, had been collected, this is past perfect but passive voice, مبني للمجهول. ما مذكور من اللي جمع النتائج. Okay? But it's past perfect. I will make it easier for you. If you read this sentence again, we compare the results with the data. قارنت النتائج ويا data sheet. Okay, انت شلون جمعت النتائج? How you collected the results? Of course you did an experiment. أكيد انت سويت تجربة حتى جمعت النتائج. So the action of doing the experiment, الحدث أو الفعل مال عمل التجربة is what? Is past. And comparing the results is also past. But which one happened first? من اللي حصل قبل الثاني? Of course, doing the experiment. Then you did the experiment first, then you compared the results with the data. انت سويت التجربة بالبداية، بعدين راح تقارنت النتائج اللي حصلتها. So, here is my question. Now السؤال. Can you please mention the action of doing the experiment with this sentence? تقدر تذكر الحدث مال التجربة ويا هاي الجملة. We compare the results with the data. But be careful. Remember, the action of doing the experiment is before this action. الحدث مال التجربة قبل هذا الحدث. يعني حدث العمل مال التجربة قبل الحدث مال مقارنة النتائج. Who can make a sentence for me here, please? Who can mention this in one sentence? Yes. Who can answer this? Yes, students.
The question is a little bit confusing.
Okay, I will make it easier for you. First, what's your name? What's your name?
Noor Abbas. It's
Yes,
Noor
again, the
Abbas.
one who says it's confusing. What's your name?
Noor Abbas.
Noor Abbas. You are from class
Yes,
A, right?
right.
I'll make it easier for you. Stay with me, Noor. Noor,
Yes.
you read the sentence in highlighting? You read it? We compare the
Yes,
results
yes.
with data? Good.
Yeah,
Now,
yes.
of course, the results you compared, you
Yes.
did something to get, right?
Yes.
انت حتى تحصلين نتائج لازم سويتي فد شيء, right? You did something. So
Yes.
what you did to get the results? Yes, what you did to get the results. Now you are at the lab. Yes, you have what?
I had compared the results with the data.
Well, this is the action that I mentioned. We compare the results with the data. Yes, but no, I mean before comparing the results, you did something to get the results. What you did to get the results?
The experiment. The experiment.
Sorry, you did the experiment, right?
Yes.
Good. So the action of doing the experiment happened before comparing.
Yes. Yes. So it's older.
It's already done, right? It's older.
Yes, already done.
It's so it's past perfect.
Yes, it's past perfect.
Right?
Yes, yes.
So can you please link the past perfect action of doing the experiment with this sentence, with this action? Can you link it, please?
We had been doing the experiment.
We had been doing the experiments. This is past perfect continuous.
Sorry. Yes, continue. We had done.
Okay, we had done. Okay. We had done the experiment. Okay, we compared the results. Okay, I will write down what you have said.
Okay.
Had done the experiment, right? So, can you please link between these two actions? We compared the results. We had done the experiment. Can you link them?
Yeah, like how? How do you mean? Link them like how? By meaning,
of course, you need a time linker. تحتاجين رابط زمني. Do you know how to link the past simple with the past perfect?
Yes. We had done the experiment last week.
Okay.
So
We had done last week. Okay. So now you have two actions, but they are still separated. بعدهم معزولات. Compare the results yesterday and had done the experiment last week.
Then we compared the results with the data.
Well, it is similar to then, but it's something else. Thank you very much, Noor. You understand quite well, but maybe you have forgotten something. we
Okay.
need a time linker after or before. After or before. For example, we compare the results with the data. Now you don't need to yesterday, you just say after we had done, you see, after we had done the experiment last week. Okay, read it again with me. We compare the results with the data after we had done the experiment last week. Now, this is a sentence of two actions. هاي الجملة بيها حدثين. Comparing the results, past simple, and doing the experiment, which is past perfect. The action of doing the experiment happened before comparing the results. الحدث مال التجربة صار قبل المقارنة مال النتائج. So you put the action of doing the experiment in past perfect. الحدث مال التجربة وعمل التجربة يصير بالpast perfect. بينما الحدث مال المقارنة اللي حدث بعده يصير بالpast simple. So you use after, okay, to link the past simple with the past perfect, okay? So I will complete this for you. The past perfect happened and finished before the past simple. We link them with after or before. استخدم after بعد أو before قبل. Okay? So, my question here, before we move to something else, who can change my sentence and use before? Who can change my sentence and use before? Yes. In my sentence, I used after. Who can change it and use before? With the same actions. Yes, Noor Abbas, you raised your hand?
Yes, am I allowed to speak again?
Yeah, of course you are allowed.
Yes, thank you.
Most good.
Instead of this, we can say that we
Yes.
have done the experiment last week before we compare the results with the data.
Yeah. Yes, so we had done the experiment before we compare the results. Exactly.
Yes.
It is the same sentence. But the
Yes.
clauses نلعب بالمقاطع مال الجملة. Why? Because before means the past perfect happened before the past simple. And
Yes.
after means the past simple happened after the past perfect. Okay, you see? So this is something very important. And thank you very much, Noor Abbas from class A, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. Thank you very much, Noor Abbas. So students, is this clear? هذا واضح? Is it understood? Everything is okay about the tenses and when to use the past simple and how to link the past simple with the past perfect and such things. Is that okay for you, students? Do you have any question before we move to something else? قبل ما ننتقل شيء آخر. Okay, so let's continue. Now we have some ideas about verbs عن الأفعال. By the way, don't worry, I brought you some good examples. بعض الأمثلة الجيدة. إن شاء الله, we will read these examples in this lecture. After we finish these tips, بعد ما نخلص هاي الملاحظات, I will open another sheet with some good examples and we will try to read together. This will help you to understand more, to understand the difference between the present simple and the present continuous, the present perfect and the past simple and these things. يعني حتى يصير عندكم بعد إدراك أكثر يعني. Okay? So, let's try the tips, الملاحظات, or the points for the verbs. Remember two important rules. اتذكر ملاحظتين أو قاعدتين أساسية عن الأفعال. The first one, the number of subjects determines the number of verbs. عدد الفواعل أو المفاعيل الأفعال. يعني إيش قد عندك فواعل بالجملة؟ إيش قد عندك أفعال. By the way, this verb is determines, not determines. Please, يعني some people, unfortunately, even يعني some students in engineering or some even engineers, they read this word really wrongly. It is determines, determine, يحدد, not determine. يعني it is totally wrong to pronounce this word like this. It's determine, not determine. Okay, something very important to mention, يعني because I heard some people saying this word like this. Okay, by the way, be careful with your pronunciation, because يعني لفظ أقصد بالpronunciation, because the pronunciation is the most important thing in English. Sometimes you say things wrongly, but when you pronounce them correctly, people will understand you. يعني أنت مو مشكلة الجملة مالتك خطأ، بس على الأقل اللفظ مالتها صحيح. Okay? So, another point, do not mix inconsistent tenses. لا تربط الأزمان الغير مترابطة. Okay? For example, past perfect with the present simple. This is inconsistent. ماكو ربط بين ال past perfect with the present simple. Yes, there is link between the past simple and past perfect, but there is no link between the present simple and past perfect. Also, there is no link between the present simple and past simple. ما أقدر أني أجيب جملة أربط بيها ما بسيط ويا مضارع بسيط. شلون؟ ما أقدر. يعني I go to university every week. I went to the lab 2 weeks ago. شنو الربط؟ يعني أنا أروح للجملة أروح للجامعة كل أسبوع، وأنا رحت للمختبر قبل أسبوعين. ماكو ربط. Okay? So always remember, tenses should be consistently mixed. لازم يربطن بشكل منطقي. Okay? So this is something very important to mention. Yes, present perfect with past simple, maybe. Present perfect with future, okay. Present simple with the future, fine. Past simple with past perfect, okay. Past continuous with past simple, okay. يعني for example, while I was watching TV, بينما أنا كنت أشاهد التلفاز, someone called me. واحد اتصل بي. Yes, past simple with past continuous, no problem. So always remember this. Actions and tenses should be connected consistently. لازم يربطن بشكل صحيح ومنطقي. Consistent يعني منطقي أو مترابط. So, when the subject is singular, يعني مفرد third person, اللي هو يقصد به المفرد الغائب, he or she or it. يعني شلون أحمد, Sarah, the cat, يعني الفواعل اللي تشير للغائب. The verb needs suffix s. الفعل يحتاج s الشخص الثالث. Third person s. Only in the present positive sentence. Only in the affirmative positive present simple. فقط من تكون الجملة بالمضارع البسيط وتكون affirmative مثبتة تستخدم الثيرد بيرسون اس ويكون الفاعل he, she, it. يعني for example, Ahmed goes to college every week. Ahmed goes to college every week. So he goes to college every week. Okay. هو الفعل go بس ضفت له اس ليش؟ لأنه الفاعل السبجكت he أو أحمد. The auxiliary and modal verbs, الأفعال المساعدة, have their own special forms. For example, أفعال الكينونة, the verb to be, is, are. إن كلهم يعني نفس المعنى، معناته يكون، بس كل فعل يأخذ فاعل معين. I am, الآن تأخذ الI. He is, she is, it is. They are, we are, you are. Okay? Also in past, we have was and were. Okay? He was, she was, it was. Okay? I were, sometimes I say I was also. they were. Okay, I cannot say he were, but he was, yes. Okay, so يعني be careful when you use auxiliary verbs. Also we have do and does. They mean the same. do و does نفس الشيء. بس الفرق انه do takes they, we, I and you, and does takes he, she, it. Okay? So this is a good idea to mention. Another idea, be careful with the special phrases. انتبه ويا هاي العبارات. Phrases يعني عبارات. These phrases can be a little bit confusing. شوية ممكن هاي العبارات تخربطك يعني إذا ما تنتبه لها. So that's why I am explaining this to you. A number of new experiments were done. A number of new experiments were done. كمعنى إنه عدد من التجارب تم عملها. يعني تم عمل عدد من التجارب أو تم القيام بعدد من التجارب. طبعا بالمناسبة this is passive voice يعني مبني المجهول. إن شاء الله next lecture I will explain what passive voice is يعني راح أبين لكم شنو المبني المجهول. But if you look at the verb of this sentence where it's a plural verb, هو فعل جاي بصيغة الجمع. ليش جاي بصيغة الجمع؟ Because a number of is a plural. هو صح انت من تشوفها a number of يعني معناته ترجمها عدد من وكأنما الكلمة عدد هي مفرد. No, but it means a plural. تعني الجمع. يعني معناته هاي experiments هي مجموعة من experiments. Maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5, maybe 6, maybe 10, maybe 20. But it's more than one. المهم هي أكثر من تجربة واحدة. So a number of new experiments were done. A number of new experiments are needed. نحتاج أو هناك حاجة لعدد من التجارب. So it's a plural. So wherever you see a number of, وين ما تشوف a number of, اتذكر إنه الفعل لازم يكون بصيغة الجمع. Okay, يعني ما أستخدم هنا was, أستخدم were. Another one, the number of. The number of structures in the world continues to increase. The number of. So the number of is singular. شوف الفعل أخذ S. Continuous. So the number of structures كلها معناته it. The number of structures in the world كلها معناته it. شوف كلها كأنما الفاعل it. Why? Because the number of تعني فتشي مفرد. يعني المعنى مالتها مفرد. The number of يعني for example إذا أريد أبدل a number of ويا the number of راح يتغير شكل الجملة. راح أغيرها. The number of experiments, the number of new experiments is done. You see the difference? This sentence is singular. It's not a plural. You see the difference? The verb is singular, not a plural. So the number of is singular, مفردة. يعني احتاج فعل مفرد وياها. Plenty of time was spent. Plenty of time. Plenty of, by the way, plenty is used with uncountable nouns. تستخدم ويا الأسماء uncountable يعني غير المعدودة. إن شاء الله in the next lectures, not the next week, maybe in 2 or 3 weeks, I will explain to you the difference between countable and uncountable nouns. راح أبين لكم الفرق بين الاسم المفرد الاسم المعدود وغير المعدود أو الكلمة المعدودة وغير المعدودة. So plenty of time, plenty of water, for example, is in the fridge. يعني هناك كمية كافية من الماء في الثلاجة. It's singular. يعني الفعل اللي يجي وياه يجي singular. A few data points belong to cluster X. Cluster يعني جروب، شلون كأنما فئة أو مجموعة. A few data points تعني plural. يعني for example, a few students are attending this lecture. Few students are attending this lecture. You see students, a few students are attending this lecture. ليش استخدمت are? Because a few تعني فتشي جمع. So please students be careful with these phrases. When you see a number of, remember the meaning is singular. When you see the number of, it's singular. When you see plenty of, it's singular, يعني مفردة. And when you see a few, it means a plural. This is something very important to mention because maybe you get confused with. ممكن شوية تتخربط بيهم ذولا. Okay? All right. So that's all for this sheet. Now I will move to the examples sheet. راح أتحول على الشيت مال الأمثلة. But before, is there anyone who needs further explanation? أكو أي واحد يحتاج بعد توضيح أكثر? Anyone who's got a question or something before we continue with the examples? قبل ما نكمل ويا الأمثلة. Yes, students, you hear me? Students, are you with me?
Yes.
Okay. So, is there anyone who's got any question before I move to the examples?
No, thank you.
Okay, so let's move to the examples. Okay, I think I will have to change the share screen. Yes. There is the share screen. Yes. Do you see the new sheet? The new sheet, examples about tenses and verbs. أمثلة عن الموضوع هذا. Do you see the share screen, students?
Yes.
Okay. So these examples are about this. Topic. So, who would like to read the first sentence? من يقرأ لنا الجملة الأولى? Who would like to read? Yes, students. Try to participate in the lecture, students. حاولوا تشاركون because participation is good for you. When you participate, I remember you. When I remember you, I give you good marks. So يعني انتبهوا لهاي المسألة. المشاركة جدا مهمة. So, who would like to read the first sentence? Yes.
أنا أستاذ.
Okay, just wait again. Just before we have two people. Who said me? حوراء. We have حوراء. Okay. We have also two other. Yes, we have two other students raising their hands. Don't worry. Inshallah, the others will read يعني the second sentences. So, حوراء, could you please read the first sentence?
Civil engineer build several kinds of constructions. يعني
Yes.
المهندس المدني يبني عدة أنواع من الأبنية.
Okay, is it one civil engineer or more? Is it one civil engineer or more?
Civil engineers هاي جمع.
So it is more than one. Okay. حوراء, from which class are you? You are from a class C. حوراء, this sentence is which tense? Which tense is this sentence? شنو الزمن مالتها حوراء؟
البيرفكت البريزنت بيرفكت.
It's present perfect. Okay, how do you know it's present perfect?
لا العفو الباست يمكن.
Is it past? Is there anything about the past? فد شيء يشير للماضي؟
البولد. لا.
Okay, build is the verb. Okay, build is the verb, right? Okay, the verb. Is the verb in present or in past? Do you know the form of this verb?
Present simple.
It is a present simple. Thank you. حوراء, if I want to change the subject civil engineers to only one subject, يعني one civil engineer, a civil engineer, what will happen to this sentence if I change the
الفعل البولد.
Okay, what will happen to the verb? What will happen?
البولد يمكن تصير أو تبقى نفسها.
Again, can you repeat please? Just repeat. Yes, what will happen to the verb?
civil engineer بولد الفعل هو نفسه.
Okay, so what will happen to the verb? Okay, it's the same, but is it okay? Thank you, Hawra. Let's listen to someone else. Maybe there. Okay, Hassan Assam. Thank you, Hawra. Thank you. Good point. Hassan Assam, you raised your hand.
Yes, Doctor.
Yes, Hassan. What will happen
Just
to the verb?
we add s.
Exactly. We add s. So a civil engineer builds several kinds of constructions. يعني مهندس مدني واحد أضيف اس للفعل. Thank you very much.
اي نعم، لأنه السيفل انجينير هي أو شي. صحيح.
Yes. And by the way حوراء.
قلت أستاذ لأنه مو كلش بالي.
لا بالك وين؟ إذا مو بالمحاضرة وين بالك لات؟ Okay, حوراء, please. It seems as if على ما يبدو you are a good student, but the same next time inshallah try to be with us. It's only okay. Thank you, Hawra, and thank you, Hassan. Hassan, would you like to read the second sentence? Hassan Assam?
Yes.
Okay, Hassan Assam. From which class are you, by the way? You are from London, please.
Yes. A civil engineer is responsible for the design and
exactly. Many kinds of buildings. Okay, Hassan, if I want to change the if I change the subject from single to plural, so we فاعل جمع, what will happen to the sentence?
Just is, we change is.
So it will be like this: civil engineers. You should change the subject also. لازم تغير الفاعل تضيف الاس. Civil engineers are many kinds of buildings, right?
Yes.
Yes, Hassan, you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, Hassan.
Exactly.
Okay, I think there's one raising.
Yes, I hear you.
Yes,
I hear you,
Hassan.
Exactly.
I think Huda is raising her hand. Huda, would you like to read the next sentence? Yes, Huda.
Yes, the canal tunnel project. The canal tunnel project is the biggest civil engineering project in
Europe. اللي هي أوروبا يعني. Europe. By the way, it's thank you very much, Huda. But by the way, it's the channel tunnel. The channel. اللي هي القناة. Yes, okay. The channel. Like this, like the Suez Channel or Suez Channel. مثل قناة السويس. Or the channel tunnel اللي هي الانجليش channel اللي يقصد بها القناة الإنجليزية, which it's the shortest distance between the UK and Europe. هي أقصر مسافة بين أوروبا والUK. So there is a project, it's called Eurotunnel, القناة الإنجليزية أو النفق الإنجليزي, النفق الأوروبي, which links between the UK and France. So between the UK and Europe. It is the biggest project in Europe. It was built, I think, in 1997 or something. I don't remember. But in the 90s, it's a tunnel, عبارة عن قناة. نفق between the UK and France. Okay. So let's go to another sentence. Barzan, I think you raised your hand. Barzan? Yes. Could you please read the next sentence? Yeah, Barzan, read the
دكتور بس
sentence.
الجملة.
Sorry, you hear me? Yes.
دكتور هاي المستطيل بالضغط على الجملة فما ادري اشوفه كذا.
Sorry. Do you see it now? Yes, Barzan, you see it?
No.
What about now?
Now he completed.
Okay, do you see it now? Now it's not high.
Engineering course.
Yeah.
Netanyahu nothing before moving.
Oh, at Nottingham University. At Nottingham University.
Yeah.
Before moving to Lyon. Okay, Barzan, which tense is this? Which tense is this, Barzan? Is it present, past, or future? Yes, Barzan?
Past.
Yes. Is it present or past or future?
Past simple.
It is past simple. Okay. And do you know why it's past? Because the time is mentioned before moving. So before moving, okay, and 2 years ago. So the time is 2 years. قبل سنتين هو درس بنوتنغهام قبل ما يحول إلى By the way, the one who read the sentence about the Channel Tunnel, Huda, from which class are you?
Section.
You are from C?
No.
Thank you very much, Huda. And thank you very much, Barzan. Let's move to the next one. Who would like to read the next one? We have Tuqa, Haidar, and Taha. Okay, we will take you one by one. Let's start with Tuqa. Tuqa, could you please read this sentence?
Yes. Philip is 34 and has several qualifications in civil engineering and related areas.
Exactly. Do you know what qualifications mean? Tuqa?
جودة في شيء له علاقة بالجودة.
The quality, the qualifications مؤهلات. يعني for example, you are good in English. This is a qualification. You have a certificate in computing. عندك مثلا شهادة بالحاسبات. This is also a qualification. So Philip is got many qualifications, several qualifications in civil engineering. عنده مؤهلات زينة بالهندسة المدنية. And related areas. Do you know what related areas mean? Related areas mean things connected to civil engineering. فشي مرتبط بالهندسة المدنية. For example, civil engineering and surveying. هندسة مدنية ومساحة. Civil engineering and environmental. البيئة. Civil engineering and geotechnic. اللي هي الأعمال الأسس أو أعمال التربة. Civil engineering and structures or structural design. التصاميم الإنشائية وهكذا. Okay?
Yes.
Which tense this Tuqa?
Present tense.
It's the present tense. Yes. If I change the subject into plural, what will happen to the verb?
Is will become are and has will become have.
Has will become have. What about
are.
is? What will become?
Are.
Exactly. Can you give me an example like Philip and someone else? Philip and
John are 34 and have several qualifications in civil engineering and related areas.
Exactly. Thank you very much, Tuqa. You are from A, right? Tuqa Abdul
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, Tuqa. Let's move to someone else. Haidar Wadood, you are raising your hand.
Yes.
Haidar.
Yes, doctor.
Could you please read the next one?
Graphics software is a part of the civil engineering drawing and computer graphics.
And computer graphics, exactly. From which class are you, Haidar?
Class A.
You are from class A, good. Yes, this is, which tense is this, Haidar? Graphics
This
software is part.
sentence only an idea, not have a mention to time.
Well, it doesn't mention time, but it should be a form
Present.
of a tense. It's a present, exactly. Why? Because it's a fact. Okay.
Yes.
So graphics software, which is a subject, موضوع اللي هو يقصد به الرسم البياني الإنشائي أو تصاميم الجرافيكس. is part of the civil engineering drawing and computer graphics. Just like, for example, this subject is part of the English language course. هو جزء من course اللغة الإنجليزية. Yes. Thank you very much, Haidar. Is there anyone else? Let's move to the next sentence. Who would like to read the next one? Yes. Who would like to read the next sentence? Yes, students?
Yes.
Yes?
This week we are.
Okay, we have, okay,
project.
Barzan, Wajdan. Thank you, Barzan. You have already read one. Let's check on Wajdan. Wajdan, from which class are you? I will take the others, of course, also one by one. So let's go to Wajdan. Wajdan, from which class are you? Wajdan, you are from a class A, right? Yes. Could you please read this one?
This week we are starting some project in civil engineering sector.
Exactly, exactly. And which tense is this?
Continuous.
Is it continuous past or present?
Present, continuous, because the ing in the starting.
Good, good. And yeah. I would like to ask you something, Wajdan. What do you think this sentence refers to? شنو جاي تشير هاي الجملة؟
I don't understand.
You don't understand. Okay. Don't you think ما تتوقعين that this sentence refers to the future? Like something will happen يعني? This week we are starting some projects يعني هذا الأسبوع راح نبلش ويا بعض المشاريع. So
yeah,
it refers to the future, right?
Yeah.
Do you know this idea? Do you know that the present continuous also refers to the future? تعرفين هاي المعلومة? That the present continuous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
And do you know what they call it? شو يسموه? What they call the present continuous when it refers to the future. Do you know what they call it? Do you know its name? The name will be different. ما راح يكون continuous. راح يتغير الاسم. ما يصير present continuous. It will be different. Do you know the name of this form?
I don't know.
وجدان?
I don't know.
Have you ever heard of this? قبل بهذا الاسم? Present continuous will be different. يعني it's got another name. When it refers to the future, it will be different. راح يغير اسمه. Do you know this?
Future.
Well, it refers to the future, but it's not named the future. ما يسموه future. Okay, thank you very much, Wajdan. Maybe you don't know this because it's something يعني maybe new to you, or maybe. Okay, let's go to someone else. Let's go to Taha. Taha, you are raising your hand. Taha, from which class are you, Taha? You are class A or F?
F.
F. So this is the question, Taha. The same question I asked to Wajdan.
Yes.
The present continuous, when it refers to the future, do you know what it's called? Do you know its name?
Can you repeat, please?
Yes. The present continuous, when it refers to the future, المضارع المستمر من يشير للfuture للمستقبل. Do you know what it's called? Do you know its name? تعرف اسمه?
Present perfect?
No, not perfect.
Continuous.
Present what, sorry? Just raise your voice, please. Just يعني شوية احكي بصوت أعلى. Yes?
Present perfect continuous?
No, present perfect continuous is something else. ذاك مضارع تام مستمر. No. Maybe you haven't heard of this before. Maybe ما سامع بيها ولا حتى وجدان, or maybe anyone else. It's called the present progressive. Present progressive. Present progressive. اسمه continuous. هم present continuous. بس progressive means it refers to the يعني إذا أنت تحكي عن future باستخدام present continuous, use a present progressive. يعني for example, Next Tuesday, I am teaching class B, D, and E. يعني الثلاثاء القادم أنا راح أدرس class B و D و E. I am using what here? I'm using present continuous, but it's not called continuous. It's called present progressive. هو نفس الشكل، نفس الجرامر، بس refers to the future. It's called present progressive. Maybe it's something يعني
I never heard of it before.
Yeah, you haven't heard of this before. It's something يعني almost new. شوية تقريبا جديد يعني maybe the last 5 years they started يعني changing the name of the present continuous into present progressive. But be careful when you use the present progressive. You only use it when you refer to the future. But if you refer to something happening now, just call it present continuous. Okay. Let's move to, I think Taha, could you please read this sentence?
Yes.
From class F.
Engineering project have already started.
Have already started. Yes. Taha, which tense is this?
Can you repeat, please?
Which tense is this sentence? What is the form of this sentence? What's the grammar of this sentence?
Yes, I understand.
Is it simple, continuous, perfect?
No, it's simple.
Simple?
No, the past continuous.
Past continuous? Okay, if it's past continuous, I need was or were. There is no was or were. ماكو عندي was or were هنا. So,
we have started in the past.
Yeah, so have started means present perfect. This is present perfect. Have started.
Present perfect, I'm sorry.
Yes. Can you make it past? Can you change this sentence into past? Can you change this sentence into past?
Like a few civil engineering project.
Yeah. Yes.
Started.
A few civil engineering projects. Yes.
Started.
Sorry. Started, right? Just start. Okay. This is correct. This is correct. Do you need time or not? With the past simple tense. Do you need time? Do you need to mention the time?
Yes. Like
okay, mention the time, please. Mention the time.
A few civil engineering projects started like last month.
Exactly. Good, Taha. A few civil engineering projects started last month. Good. This is past simple. But this sentence is a present perfect. You see the difference? There is big difference. Thank you very much, Taha. I think there is someone, Tuka, you are raising your hand, Tuka?
No, that's that's last time.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much. So I have a question here to anyone who can answer me. A few civil engineering projects and have. Why we have? Why not has? It starts with a. It seems يعني singular مبين عبالك مفردة. Why the verb is have? Why not has? Who can answer me? Noor Abbas, you're raising your hand, and Tuqa also. Let's start with Noor Abbas. Noor Abbas, you're raising your hand?
Yes, because the projects are plural.
Okay. What about a few?
A few is the amount of the projects.
So it's more than one, right?
Yes, it's more than one.
More than one.
It doesn't affect. It's still plural.
Okay. Can you change it into singular? Can you change it and use has? The same sense.
A civil engineering project has already started.
You mean a project, not a project?
Yeah, I said project.
Sorry. Maybe I heard it S. So a civil engineering project has already started. Good.
Has already started, yes.
Okay. If I give you a phrase.
Yes.
I give you a phrase like a number of.
Yes.
A number of civil engineering projects have or has? A number
A
of.
number of civil engineering projects. It's still plural because it's a number.
And if I change it into the number of?
The number, it will change to singular?
Exactly, it is singular. If you go back to the sheet, you will see that a number of is plural and this number of is singular. Thank you very much, Noor, right? Noor Abbas from class 8. Thank you very much. Good. Let's move to the next sentence. We still have like 3 minutes. So who would like to read the next one? Yes. Who would like to read the next one? Who's raising his hand or her hand? Okay, Noor Abbas, you are raising your hand, lowered. Okay, you are already lowered. Okay, let's go to someone else. Okay, someone who didn't or haven't read any sentence. Yes. Okay. Should I choose? Muhammad Hassan, from which class are you? Muhammad Hassan? Muhammad Hassan? Muhammad Hassan, you hear me? Muhammad Hassan? Muhammad Hassan. Muhammad Hassan. اوكي قولوا لنا محمد حسن انه سجل غياب لانه ما موجود. كرم صالح. كرم صالح, you hear me? كرم صالح.
Yes, now sir.
كرم صالح, from which class are you?
C.
From class C. Karam Saleh, could you please read the next sentence, the sentence, the number? Yes, the number of. Could you please read the number of? Yes, the number of subject. Can you read? Can you read? Do you read, Karam?
Yes, sir. The number of subject in each civil engineering course is different each year.
Good, good. So, if I ask you here, Karam,
yes,
the number of subjects in each civil engineering course, is this singular or a plural? مفرد لو جمع. هذا كله subject هو هذا number of subjects.
Plural.
Plural.
Yes.
So why the verb is single? Why the verb is not are?
Sorry. Single, sir.
It's singular. Okay. Can you change it into plural? Can you make it plural?
Yes.
The same sentence.
Yes.
Just you do. يعني single.
The numbers of the subjects in each engineering course are different.
The numbers? No, not the numbers. Just change this and make it a number. A number.
A number.
A number of subjects in each civil engineering course are different each year.
Okay.
That's plural now. Thank you very much, Karam. Karam, from which class are you, Karam?
C. Sir.
You are from a class C. Thank you very much, Karam.
Thank
okay.
You,
let's move to another sentence before we finish. Yes, Hawra?
نعم.
Yes, Hawra.
نعم. He started the experiment after he had prepared all the required equipment and the materials.
Exactly.
Past simple.
Okay. This is past simple. He started. But what about this? This is not past simple. He had prepared. It's what?
It's past perfect.
Exactly. And why we are linking the past perfect with the past simple? Why? Why we are using after?
هنا جاية after بيناتهم.
Okay, can you explain that in English? Why we have after?
He had prepared.
Which which action started first? Which action happened first? The experiment or the preparation of equipment? من اللي حصل قبل? The experiment or the preparation of the equipment?
Equipment.
Yes, the preparation of the equipment happened first.
العفو. الاكسبيرمنت قبل وبعدها equipment and material.
No, it is the opposite. بالعكس. Preparation, then the experiment. Okay. Now, I would like to ask you something, Hawra. Can you change after with before? Can you change after with before?
He had started.
Yes, he had started. Yes,
no. He had started the experiment. He prepared.
You mean you changed the actions. He had started the experiment before he prepared the equipment.
Before,
no, I want you.
Before.
But there's something, Hawra. I want you to keep them the same. Just change before with after with before. يعني keep them the same. خلي نفس actions. It started simple, will had prepared perfect. But change after with before. What will happen? What you said is correct. انت اللي قلتيه صحيح. بس غيرتي actions. No, I want you to keep the actions as they are. بقيهم مثل ما هم. Started simple. وhad prepared perfect.
He started the experiment. He prepared.
Okay. Thank you very much. Hawra, you are from class C, right?
Sure, C.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, maybe you are a little bit confused with it, but don't worry, I will explain. Now, if I want to change after with before, I just put before, and I change the place of the sentence. Before he had prepared.
دكتور.
Okay.
العفو دكتور بس وقت المحاضرة خلص وراح تبدأ المحاضرة.
Yes, I know. Don't worry. What's your name? اللي قلت خلاص وقت المحاضرة. مصطفى عبد الكريم.
دكتور ما راح تبدأ المحاضرة.
سمعت صوتك مصطفى المحاضرة كلها بس من انتهت المحاضرة سمعت صوتك. شكرا جزيلا على تذكير بالوقت مصطفى عبد الكريم. Thank you very much. أنا أدري بالوقت يعني. Sorry for taking of your time يعني.
أنا على مود المحاضرة الجاية.
لا أنا على مودك أنت ما شاء الله يعني ذكرت ما شاء الله سمعت اسمك بآخر المحاضرة. Thank you very much مصطفى عبد الكريم. Thank you. Thank you. لا سمعتك بالبداية من تحكي عربي بالبداية. Thank you very much. Okay. So before he had prepared all the required equipment and materials, he started. Okay. Now he had started before he prepared. You see? Change in the action. Before he prepared, he had started the experiment. And thank you very much, students. Sorry for taking of your time. I have taken 3 minutes of your time. Wish you all the best and thanks for our students who participate. شكرا للي شاركوا.